Really excited about these guys. They're young, they're vibrant, and they want to take your business, small or large, to the next level. And how do you do that? Well, it's really all about digital platforms and embracing that in whatever capacity your business is in. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Lois.
Hi.
Right, so you guys are part of this amazing group of young people who've decided that you're going to put Kenya, especially on the digital map, for all the right reasons. So congratulations on all the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Right, we'll take a look at some of the websites that you guys have built, but let's start from the beginning. What is Urban Creative? What do you do?
So Urban Creative is a company that's been in existence since 2010. We've managed to create businesses for different companies. And when I talk about businesses, it's growing the businesses. That's our big focus, just to enable them have traction online. So that's what we really focus on.
Fantastic. Now, there's a lot of businesses that do this globally, but Urban Creative is unique for several reasons. And maybe, Lois, you can come in on that. Tell me a little bit about how you work with small businesses and really what are your main objectives when you do get a client who is looking to be present digitally?
I think that for us, as small businesses are our passion, because we get to interact with them on a personal level, and when we work with them, when we provide website solutions for them and for their businesses, it's impacting their families, it's impacting the nation. So we like to get in on the ground level, because then we are, we are doing the grunt work with the small company.
Right. I mean, the thing is I feel like Kenyans have embraced technology. We are all on Facebook. We're all on Instagram. Our phones, we've become zombies, right? But somehow this hasn't become the custom. It hasn't become the norm when it comes to the way we think about profits, the way we think about our businesses, taking our business now to the next level. It's almost seeming like if I just have a Facebook group for my business, I'm good. But it's not enough. Why should a business owner or someone who's looking to scale up look at a digital platform from a big picture perspective?
You're talking about now monetization.
Okay.
And monetization is what is important for the business. Generating revenue at the end of the day. You might have your Facebook group, you might have your Twitter page, but those two cannot really be able to, enable you to scale up, right? Because they're limited. Because if you're having products and you're having services, you have a website that is able to showcase that. It allows now to direct users from the Facebook group and the Twitter pages back to your website, where they now can be able to interact with either your services, interact with you as the business, be able to send in requests, ask for quotation. At the end of the day, now you'll be able now to generate the revenue on a larger scale, as opposed to just on that small scale,
right,
in groups and the Facebook outlets and the other outlets on social media.
Okay, I think one of the things that I believe a lot of Kenyans believe, and it's somehow true, is that websites are expensive. They're hard to manage. Once it's up, so what? It'll also cost me money to spread the word that my website is in existence. Then when they come on, what do they see? It's hard to maintain. Lois, what can you say about that? Is that a true fact or is it a misconception?
It's a misconception, of course. Also, to add on to what he was saying before I get to that is social media is great. People should embrace it, but you should think about it also as websites as a whole wheel, right? There's a hub, and then there's the spokes. So think of the social media as the spokes, but without them being connected by something, then it would fall down. Right. So don't completely get rid of the social media. Do not do not get rid of social media completely. Just
everything works together.
Yes,
it's a synergy,
together.
right?
Yes,
it's a synergy. All of them have to work together for it to make
the
sense.
world to move.
Yes. All right. So you guys have done a couple of websites, and you do target small businesses, right, which are starting up. Tell me a little bit about, Patrick, the work that you've done previously and the sort of impact that those clients have seen when it comes to customer base, when it comes to revenue and profits.
So I'll probably give you one example. It's Benjo's Grill Caterers. So it's a very small restaurant.
What's it called?
Benjo's Grill Caterers.
Benjo's Grill Caterers. Can we get that on our touch screen? Can we just go ahead and tap that so we can take a look at it? That's one of the sites you've done.
Yes.
All right. Okay, here it is. So you did this website.
Yeah, we did this
Okay.
website. So it's a really small restaurant.
Okay.
Probably you haven't heard of it, right?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of Benjo's, no.
Yeah.
Benjo's Grill, I've never, yeah.
So the restaurant wanted to find a way of directing more of their revenue away from the restaurant, generate revenue through catering.
Yeah.
And they wanted to do this differently from what everyone else is doing.
Right.
So they wanted to be able to advertise themselves without really spending a lot of money. So they did this basic website. It didn't cost much. It was actually just 20,000.
Okay.
And then from 20,000, we did the optimization.
What does that mean? What does optimization mean?
So it means basically when somebody now wants to look for something online, right? So today you want to look for shoes. You probably will just type shoes in Nairobi.
Right.
So the first results that you'll see will probably be the first results that you'll interact with. So that's what we did for them. So currently, they are ranking on the first pages for search results, keywords that are catered, that go with catering. So if you search for catering in Nairobi, you will have them in the first 3 top results.
Okay.
So from that, they've been able to really grow their catering business. They're actually doing
So if I
better.
type in Nairobi catering,
Yes.
the grill, Benjo's Grill will come up?
It will come up, yeah.
As the first 3 searches?
Yes, it actually will come up before even Tamarid.
Okay.
And Tamarid was actually there before these guys came. We did this last year, I think in June.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, then they've seen a lot of return, they've seen a lot of profit from that.
Yes, they actually did a catering for the end of year party for Jumia last year.
Okay.
As a result of this.
So branding is a big issue, and even branding for personal reasons as individuals and also for businesses. And I like this optimization. We're going to come back to that in just a second. But let's talk about branding and why it's important for you to have a brand, for you to stand out, and for people to recognize you even just by seeing a picture. Lois?
What branding does is create trust. Yeah. When you create a name for yourself, you become synonymous with something. The same way that Urban Creative is aiming to be synonymous with elegant design websites, with interactive websites. So when you have a brand, even for all the other small businesses or even a big business, you have to think about your brand and also think about the story that you want to tell to people. What solution are you offering to someone?
Okay.
Yes.
And you know, that's a key thing, solutions. And that's what everybody's really, when people go online, they're looking to better themselves, to learn something new, to expand their knowledge. I mean, it's really all about making your life better.
Yes.
When of course you're talking about optimization, guys, I actually used to Google just to see where I'm at, you know, in terms of, because I used to have a website with aniproductions.com, which then became kobikihara.com, and we've just seen. But I remember I used to Google and things would come up. Kobe Kihara fighting with Jay-Z. Is Kobe Kihara married? Does she have a boyfriend? Where does she hang out? I mean, those would be the first searches.
Yeah.
Tuko.co.ke, Mpasho, all the bad blogs, you know?
Yes.
Not bad, sorry guys. But, you know, all these gossip and really non-value additions. But how do you then take the content that is online, especially if you're looking to brand yourself, how do you take the content that is online and make it positive and make it really work for your brand rather than against it? Can you delete some of these posts, Patrick?
Okay, ideally what would happen is you can't really delete what is online because you probably don't have, you know, privileges to some of those servers and stuff.
Yeah.
But what normally happens is you can have the content being you know, either surpassed by other new content, because you want to have the positive content, right? The only way to beat bad content is having good content and have it, you know, in large quantities, so that at the end of the day, you know, search engines tend to push back old content and then they put now priority to their new content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, so we have a caller on the line. I believe her name is Patricia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Patricia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. You have a question or comment, please?
Yes, I do. I'm liking the show.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Say hi to Lois and Patrick.
Hi, Lois and Patrick. How are you?
Hi.
All right, can we get the speaker in the studio up, please, Davy? Right, so go ahead. You have a question or comment?
Yes, I would like to know how much would it cost for me to set up a website
Okay.
and the benefits that come with it.
Fantastic. What kind of website are you looking to set up?
For a startup business.
Okay.
Yes.
Cost is a big thing.
Yeah, cost is definitely a
so
big
I'll let you
thing.
do cost and you do benefits. All right, thank you, love.
So a standard website for a startup will probably go for 20,000, but we usually allow for startups to be able to pay that in installments if they're not capable of paying.
Very reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can pay
Because
that.
websites go for up to 250,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten quotes and they're crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so 20K and you can pay in installments,
Yeah.
especially if you're a startup.
Especially if you're a startup. Yeah.
Okay, and can you have to be a startup or an individual?
It can be both, because most startups are started by individuals.
Yeah.
They don't start up as existing companies with
Okay.
partners and stuff.
Is it important that, before we talk about the benefits, is it important that you're registered, you are a limited, you are a tax-paying entity, or could you just be an idea and you decide, I like food.com? Can you guys build it? Can you do that?
And that's the good thing about technology.
Yeah.
And most people are discussing that right now. They're saying how technology is enabling people leverage on existing companies, where somebody who simply has an idea can just put it online and the next thing he's a billionaire.
Right.
Because he doesn't really have to go build a building, go rent an office, do all that. He can do all that afterwards, So you give
It's
us
a good
idea.
place to start.
Yeah, it's a good place to start.
If you have a great idea, a website is a good place to start. You don't have to go and get an exhibition in Menti House and get employees and get a loan. No, a website is a good place to start.
It's actually-
Lois, talk to me about some of the benefits, and especially when you're starting up.
There are a varied I'll just narrow them down.
Okay.
The first one is you get a lot of information out there, as opposed to having a brick and mortar location where someone comes to see you to ask about what services that you're offering. You can just put this out there, and it is out there for the world to see 24 hours, 7 days, 365.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not limited to time. You get credibility, that your company gets value. Yes, those are some of the benefits that.
All right. I think one of the issues that we must talk about and apprehension, and I think it's a Kenyan thing just based on where we are, scamming. A lot of people are worried about putting their personal information, their business information online. They're worried that this attracts thugs, con people, scammers. And it is happening. We are living in an age where people have become smart enough to hack into accounts, to take our businesses and use them as their own. What can you say about online scamming and how you guys mitigate that problem?
So online scamming tends to happen when you're either having your website quite interactive, or you're filling in personal data. So there are already security measures that are out there that allow for that. Basically, what we normally do, we would probably give you a HTTPS address that allows you to be able to secure all the information that is coming through the website. So if you have someone filling a form about the payments, if they are using their credit card, with the HTTP address, it will be able to protect all the information that is being collected through your website.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to scam you using your website, it will be quite difficult, having something like that, set up.
All
And
right.
that's something we normally do.
You guys have done another Safari website, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to take a look at that, if we can just go on to that. But one of the things that I think is important to talk about is credibility, right? How do you become a credible online entity? I like this. Before we talk about credibility, let's talk about this. What are we looking at, guys? Lois?
This is a website for a client that we did, a Safari company. Yes, he wanted to make a mark and appeal to also the international community.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a look at, oh, nice. So
Yeah.
this is, what are we looking at when you see pictures doing that in a slide motion? What kind of website is this?
This is an interactive
website.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind? There are many different kinds of sites, right?
Yeah.
There are two: an interactive and a static.
Okay, static. You need to make car.
Yes, it just has
chilling.
information.
It just has information, and that could just be what you need, right?
Yeah.
So that could work for you. Okay. But pictures are huge. We'll talk about kind of material and the look of the content and the material. But before we do, let's talk about credibility, Lois, and why it's important that from the onset that you have online credibility.
As a business?
Yes, as a business.
It is important because, like I said, when someone can trust you, then they're able to come and give you their business.
Yeah.
When you're offering a solution, you need the person who needs the solution to be able to trust that you can handle that solution, that problem.
The reason I ask you that question is oftentimes, and this happens a lot, you go online and the thing that you're seeing, the service, the product that is being offered is so beautiful, so nice.
Yeah.
You're just like, what? And for that much? And then you actually either get the product or you go to receive the service and it's completely different than what has been advertised or what you've seen on the website. The difference is stark, and you're paying the amount of money that was advertised on the website. That doesn't change based on the reality of what you're facing. If the service was wanting or if the product didn't look as good. This usually happens for food. Yeah. You go on this food website, the burger looks so nice. You're like, what? I need it. Ikikuja, it's like this. And it's a mess, and you're paying that amount. Yeah. So what can you say about that?
So what we normally encourage our clients when we are doing our websites is that they actually give us, if it's products, images of actual products that they have. They don't
go Googling and stealing from the internet.
Yeah, and getting pictures that somebody went into a photo shoot for and stuff like that.
Do your own pictures.
Do your own pictures of your actual products,
okay,
of your actual services. If you want, we can be able to like customize generic images where they are not far from what you're offering. Because yes, you don't want to have a situation whereby you have a customer looking at your website, they call you and say we want A, B, and C.
Like today, I'm going to order from Benjo's Grill based on a picture I've seen on that website, Benjo. So if you bring for me a cuckoo that looks
no, actually with Benjo's Grill, they do. That's basically just for catering.
Yeah.
It's not for food. You don't order for food.
Okay, it's just catering services.
It's catering services.
You don't deliver food to your house.
Deliver food to your house, yeah.
Let's clarify that. All right, guys, we have another caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling, Kelvin. You have a question or comment?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Let's say I'm not in Nairobi.
Yes.
And I want to have a website designed for me.
Okay.
So do you people like have, let's say your offices outside Nairobi, whereby I can go, then I can be able to give my requirements.
Okay.
So that, my website with specific requirements can be designed, or is there any other way that I can be able to get in touch with you people so that I can be able to have my website designed appropriately?
Great question, Kelvin. All right, have you devolved like the government? All right.
Unfortunately,
thank you for calling, Kelvin.
Unfortunately, we are not outside Nairobi.
Okay.
But that's the beauty about being online. It doesn't really limit you to location, right?
Exactly.
You can
Unless there's a national blackout.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't really limit you to location. So with that, you can easily go online, look us up. We have a chat widget that allows you to be able to interact with our agents.
Okay.
And you'll be able now to tell us what exactly it is that you'd want. We will get the idea, give you a quotation, even come up with a proposal that allows us to be able to understand further what it is that you'd want to be able to get from your website.
All right.
Yeah.
Talking about, of course, the look, the feel, it needs to be attractive, it needs to be up to date, right? I remember my friends used to laugh at me. They're like, "Kobe, your website is like from 1990. DOS, MS-DOS." I'm like, yeah, but don't you see the services, Because actually that's where everything is headed. What can you say about the look, the feel, and why it needs to be very authentic as to who you are and what service you're offering?
There's something to be said about first impressions. People are attracted to what they can see, how things flow, how easy it is to use. So those are things to consider when you're making a website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maintainability, right? It's all great when you've built your website, it's there, it's looking good, you've told the world about it. Maintaining it and also seeing the back end as to users, who's logging on, who's coming on, who's interacting with my site. How do you do that, or is that managed by the creators?
As of now, most platforms, or the way we normally build them, is client-based, where at the end of it all, we will allow the client to be able to manage his own content, manage how he's able to see the people who are interacting with his website, as opposed to us doing it. So that, at the end of the day, we can give you analytics, statistics about how many people are coming onto your website, just to help you understand how your business is doing, if you can't be able to understand, to crunch those numbers on your own.
Okay.
But we tend to, push it towards the client, so he's able to manage all that content on his own. So the manageability doesn't become, us oriented.
Right.
It becomes the client oriented.
Okay, so there's a tricky question, if you'll allow me this. I remember a number of years ago, there was a young man when the internet became big in the early 90s, who created a domain, www.bet.com. Right? And of course BET existed, but they didn't have a website. So when BET realized that the world is going the digital age, they tried to secure their domain and met this young guy who's in college, and ended up paying him millions of dollars for it. And I believe this also happened with Coca-Cola. And so there are times when, people are smarter, more savvy, they see your business, they realize, hey, this guy's onto something. They go and they buy the domain, which is what, like $20 to maintain per year, right? And so they own it. This has actually happened before, right? Yeah. So how do you get a domain, a .com, a .co.ke, a .org that is yours without having, Kobikera 16? Because somebody else owns it,
Yeah.
And if that happens, how do you get back that domain? Or is it a mpango? Is it a local arrangement? Tell me, this happens, right?
It does happen,
yeah.
And it becomes extremely tricky getting it back. It'll take a really, really long time for you to...
It's the person who owns it who decides how much they want to give it up for.
There will be...
It's really unfair. Is there no intellectual property issue around here? There's no law that suggests... Once you buy the domain, it's yours.
It's first come, first served.
Okay.
Yeah, if you buy it first, you sleep, you snooze. What do they say? You snooze.
You snooze, you lose.
You lose. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what happens. Somebody gets the domain before you do. You'll have now to first engage them, see whether they're willing to part with it. But the good thing is, again, unless you really want that particular one with the .com, now they have so many other prefix, suffixes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a suffix at the end?
Okay, it's called a suffix.
It's called a suffix.
Learning new things, everybody. Okay.
Yeah, it's a suffix at the end with like .co.ke. You can get with the .biz, .org, .net. All those.
But the ideal one is .com or .co.ke, right?
That's the
ideal one.
Those are the most ideal ones.
Okay.
But if it's gone, it's gone. Unless you get it back from that person.
All right. So if you're a company, a small company, and you're looking to become Safaricom one day, first thing you should do as you're registering for your business, register for a domain.
Yes.
It's not hard to register for a domain, is it, Lois? Okay, tell me the process.
The process is you just come to us with a name, or what name you'd want your business to be called.
Yeah.
If you want a .com, we look for it. If it's available, we purchase it for you, and it's that easy.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
And it's really not that expensive.
No, it's not.
It's like 2K.
It's actually even less.
It's less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, listen, if you have a business, if you have a great idea and you just don't know where to start, spare some 2,000 more, okay, on the side. Find a domain. I'm going to connect you to urbancreative.com. They're doing amazing work of taking your idea, your small business, and making it global. And that's what actually in the West, that's what they do. So you won't even find the store. You won't find the person with a big store. And I think that's where our mentality needs to change, is that you don't need a shop, you don't need a place where people come and address an office, a secretary. No. You can run your idea into a business online from the comfort of your home. And that is the basic idea.
Funny thing that you mentioned, that I would give a small, just something small I read about Amazon and Walmart. Amazon has been in existence for the last only couple of years, right? Yes. Walmart has been there for decades,
Yeah.
right? But the amount of revenue that Amazon is generating has surpassed Walmart. The number of employees Amazon has employed has surpassed Walmart,
Right.
simply because they are online, right? So they leverage technology to enable them beat an existing business that has been there for years. So
Okay.
as a business, you should take advantage of that.
Right. So another thing that I really wanted to ask, guys, and maybe you can help me with this, is, you know, when you look at a business, or when you're looking at, you know, what he's talking about in terms of optimization, in terms of making sure that everything is aligned, that, you know, your website is constant, it's interactive. Do your services also include maintenance, and is that forever, or do you build the site and then hand it over to me and that's for me to fix it?
Remember when I said we aim to create a relationship with the customer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is covered there. As you come to tell us you want a site to do A, B, C, and D, we come up with a plan. We tell you, okay, this is how it's going to look like, this is going to be the cost. You agree to that, and then we tell you, okay, this is the value add that we're going to give you. That includes online marketing, that includes SEO, that includes us maintaining your site, but for a period of time, of course. It can't be
Forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a period of time.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Lois, and for being here, Patrick. You guys also have partners, don't
Yes,
you?
we do.
Yeah, they'll watch this show and they're like, "These guys didn't even talk about us." Tell me about your partners.
We do have partners.
Yeah.
Some are here, some are out of the country.
Okay, and they run Urban Creative also from outside the country?
Yes.
Because you're looking glocally.
We're looking global.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Tell me more.
So there is Robert, there is K Money, there is Matthew, there is Nicholas. These are actually the core guys,
Yeah.
and there's Lois here.
Excellent.
There's me. So
Fantastic. You guys are young, you're vibrant, you're doing a great thing. I can't wait to see what you do next. Are you guys targeting politicians? Yeah, we're going to elections. Guys, politicians, you're looking to run for office, we want to know who you are. And the best thing to do is for me to log on www.potentialpresident.com, right? Are you
Exactly.
targeting politicians?
we are actually doing that.
Okay.
We're having a package that is actually tailor-made specifically for guys who are aspiring to get into office,
Okay.
so that they can be able to, you know, tell guys about themselves, you know, be able to at
Interact.
least, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Guys can be able to interact with them. Yeah.
Fantastic. I like what you guys are doing. I think I'm going to be getting business from you. All right. So, guys, I will connect you to urbancreative.com. All right. They are online. Please log on. Their website is so nice. All right. When you order a website, just order theirs. It's the best one. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for joining us. All right. So, guys, log on. We're in the digital age. We asked you a question earlier on the show. There it is on your screen. Who was the first person to invest in Apple, and how much did he or she invest? And it was Mike Markula, and it was $250,000 loan. Mike came through for Steve Jobs and his partners, and look what that investment has turned into. It says a lot. And the winners are JJ, who has won cash, and hamper goes to Samuel. Another hamper goes to Josephine Nyambura. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you, guys. Wasn't so hard, was it? It was nice, yeah?
It was.
Yeah, they were so nervous. And look at them now. Now you're relaxed. You can drink your tea. Just chill, right? Okay, maybe you can do the AM Live and TV website. Yeah, maybe, yeah. All right, my boss is watching. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Have a great day. Step out there. Create a digital footprint. Google yourself. Why don't we start there? Google yourself, and if you find something dodgy, send us the link so we can laugh at you. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.